Hey guys, in this video I will show you how to farm the Thunderfury bindings for the hidden appearance for the outlaw weapons. So first of all, you will need to be outlaw specs to be able to grappling hook, and you will also need goblin glider kits. And basically you can do this with 5 rogues. You can find it in the pre-made finder usually, or start your own. And here we go, you just zone in, sap some things along your way. This is the important part right here. You want to jump and use your glider, and you want to land where that marker is, or roughly in that area. And I usually vanish just in case. Sometimes people will aggro stuff, so you want to vanish, make sure you don't aggro anything. And from here it's pretty smooth sailing. You just walk along these high areas above the map. And one thing to note, if you have a subtlety spec and you have the trait that lets you take no fall damage, you can switch to that at this point. That's what I do, or a little further up you can switch to it, and you're gonna have to drop down a big cliff, and you can either grappling hook it to avoid dying, or you can use the subtlety spec where you take no damage for falling. I prefer the subtlety spec. It's more consistent, you won't fuck up ever, so I recommend that. There are some other alternatives like potions and stuff, but it's pretty easy to get that trait, so I would just recommend doing that. Unless you're a pro outlaw rogue and you can land that grapple every single time when you fall down this next area or coming up soon. But yeah, this part here, it's recommended to use sprint. Most people say don't use sprint. I say sprint, and make sure you run to the right part of this cliff. If you go too far to the left, there's an invisible wall there and you won't be able to get over. But basically you have to sprint and jump off that. And then when you get to this point is when you either want to switch to subtlety with the trait that takes no falling damage, or you want to be able to jump and grappling hook at the very bottom of the cliff here. So there you go. Now you're at the bottom. I switched to outlaw just in case. It says you can get the binding no matter what spec you are, as long as you have outlaw loose spec chosen. You might not even need to do that even, but I choose to just stay in outlaw spec the whole time, just to be safe. And I know I do more damage in it because I have like a lot more traits in there and stuff. So once everybody's here, you can either kill the trash. Looks like they already killed the trash. I was the slowest one this time when I recorded this. But you can also sap the trash, blind the trash, and just kill the boss. For me, it took me about 62 attempts on this. 62 kills on normal mode. This is on normal mode, by the way. You do this on normal with 5 rogues. And it took me 62 tries. I believe that was just normal mode kills it was tracking on DBM. Some rogues it takes 200, other rogues it takes, 60, 30, it's all RNG. But it's really easy to do this with 5 rogues. So once you kill the boss, you just want to go suicide. And then you'll be back at the entrance. You just zone out and reset it. There is an exit you can go out, but it takes you on the other side of the mountain, so it's just better to just die and zone out. A lot of people had a gear swap to just take off all your gear and die, so you don't get a repair bill. I wasn't doing that just now, but near the end of my farms I started to do that, just to save some gold. So that should conclude the first binding farm. Now we'll move on to the vault. You also can do this with 5 rogues. You will also need grappling hook. Well, you don't need grappling hook, but you do need a goblin glider kits. Basically with 5 rogues, you just go through this past the first boss, and I'll tell you where to go after, or what to do after that. Just sap things along the way. Just be careful. Sometimes rogues will sap one, and then they'll sap another one, and as you're walking by the sapped one, it'll aggro on you because they sap something else. So just as a precaution, I always just resap everything that's in my way, even if another rogue has sapped it already, just so I don't aggro anything. You can't always vanish, but sometimes it bugs out and doesn't work. But anyway, here you go. Here's the part where it's important. You need to have grappling hook ready. I actually lied earlier, you do need grappling hook. So that little pillar right there, you have to grapple onto it, and it might take you a few tries. Sometimes I still mess it up. but you basically grapple onto it and then you jump. As you're grappling, like press forward, so you'll move forward, and then you I should probably go back a little bit, but to what I just did there. But basically, once you get over there, you're gonna go into the wall, turn your back to it though, and back off the ledge and face the way you were where you came from. You know, that's where this boss is. That's a very good important tip, because I messed up a few times not knowing where I was supposed to face. But you basically want to back up off the ledge and face where you just came in from, and that's where you want to kind of like glider down to. It might take you a few tries, but most every single rogue we ran with got it after like 2 tries. They had it down pat. Sometimes people still mess up on the grappling hook. It can be kind of finicky where you'll try to grapple onto the pillar and you just won't move. You'll just fall back down. But most people have been really patient. I was really surprised. Everybody was really patient. So it looks like we're just waiting for some people to catch up. There was only one rogue that we ever had do this that could not get the whole grappling hook thing down. Like, they did it one time successfully, and then literally they couldn't do it ever again. Like, we would go back in, we killed the boss 3 times with this guy not being able to get to it. And after that, we're just like, look, man, we can't really, you know, do this anymore. We have somebody else that wants to come that knows how to do it. So, you know, if you figure it out, we'll bring you in. Just let us know. And he was cool about it. But everybody else, like, I went through so many rogues doing this. Like, I did this for 2 days straight. Both these dungeons, I mean. And I seen a lot of rogues get it before me, which was fine though. But so here you go. It's a pretty easy kill. You can hit the pillars to make it easier. Like I don't know what you call them, pillars or not, but there's these little altars on the side. You can click one to make him get frozen or whatever, or you can just zerg him down if you have the DPS for it, which we usually did. This boss was better to me. Like, this was actually a lot quicker farm. You can do either one of these farms first, by the way. You don't have to do Neth Lair first, but you do have to have Artifact Knowledge 6 to get this one to drop. You need Artifact Knowledge 5 to get the other one to drop. If you already have Artifact Knowledge 6 and you haven't done anything yet, I would probably suggest doing this farm first, because this one might get fixed sooner. Because I don't think they really want us to be going through the map and all that stuff. But if you only have Artifact Knowledge 5, then feel free to work on the Eltharian's Lair first. And yeah, this one, like I said, took me like 52 tries to get this one, and 62 tries for the other one, which most people would consider pretty lucky. But yep, so that wraps it up. After it dies, you just run back out, and there's an elevator up a ways. You wait for the elevator to go up, and you just jump in the pit and you die, and you'll appear at the zone in. One thing to note, never try to die to any bosses. We had a few rogues that would go run and aggro the boss and die, but if you do that, you automatically respawn right here, and you can never get out, because the other doors are locked. So don't aggro the boss to die, just go in the elevator. Otherwise you have to hearth out and fly back, and it's really annoying. So yep, that's pretty much both of them. Hopefully I don't make any rogues mad for recording this second part, because I think this part could get fixed fairly soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful at all, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Here's the orange glow appearance for the Thunderfury, and I hope you all have good luck finding it, and it doesn't take you too long. For me, I think I was pretty lucky. But anyway, I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/VessyLOL. If you want to check me out, I'd appreciate it, and see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.